Well, Nigel, your overall thoughts about a draw in the end?
Disappointed with the draw. Wanted to win the game. We had enough chances to win the game again. 2 goals we've conceded. Our first goal, having started well, I think we had 10 corners in the game. Having started okay, we gifted them a goal, and I mean gifted them a goal. Makes it difficult. And I must say, the first half performance was probably the worst since I've been in the club. We were shocking. We were shocking first half. But then you flip it round, second half, we were very good, I thought. Created chances. Conor Jennings scored, one's just gone past the post. Declan's got a great opportunity, middle of the goal, from a corner, from a cross that's coming from 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗓, who put it in. We had a bit more energy, and we just had more about us. Crowd were great because they were trying to lift the players. We're not in a good place at this moment in time. The crowd were trying to get behind the players, which was good. But again, for me, game of 2 halves. Shocking first half, far better second half. I've watched the second goal back. There's a good case to say it's actually offside when the cross has been delivered. There's 2 plays definitely offside, but they're not interfering with play, if you like. You know, we've cleared the corner and we've moved up. And we've moved up well. And the linesman probably just can't see that the lad who's gone and scored the goal is actually offside when the lad's crossed the ball. So again, it's another sign of something just going against us. But give the players a lot of credit, because the second half, after being really poor first half, performed tons better second half. And again, when we've scored, great, come on, we're up, the crowd's up, the players are up, come on, we're after this. And then we can concede straight away. Very disappointing, but the lad picked themselves up and kept going, and that's what life's all about. You get knocked down, you pick yourself up, you go again. You get knocked down, you pick yourself up and you go again. And give the players a lot of credit, because the second half, after being really poor first half, they've picked themselves up and they've kept going. And on another day, as I said, I've just mentioned 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗢, I've just mentioned Conor Jennings just gone past the post. 𝗬𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗙, what a great goal from the corner. We knew we'd score at corners. We've been knocking on the door for the last few weeks, and ball's been delivered in there, and 𝗬𝗢𝗡𝗙, I think it's fair to say he's had a real good game. I don't know who's got man of the match, but he must have been right up there when you break it all down. So it was a tough challenge in the first half. You know, that the physical presence of the centre forward, he was big. You know, we're wanting to push up with the goalkeeper booms at the length of the pitch, and if we don't, they have a little bit of ball possession in there. But you know, him and Declan's first game back in, so it was always going to be a challenge for him. But you know, they dealt with it. Leading into it was a great header from Jordan. That's where it was coming from. You know, could have scored 2 in the last game, and he scored 1 tonight, and he wanted to get his head on the end of it. So the beginning bit, disappointed we've not won the game. Great credit for the players, because as I said, the first half we were rubbish.
Can you explain that lack of intensity in the first half compared to the second half? I mean, you know, is it in the mind, or why would they perform like that?
Listen, the mind's a wonderful thing, isn't it? We've all got that. We're in a situation where we know that we've got to be winning games of football. We're just, as I say, the first half wasn't acceptable. Second half was far better. Second half, it's fair to say, I think the fans enjoy watching the second half, because it's what we're after. You know, and again, the players have showed a bit of resilience and a bit of, you know, you can coin it the right phrase, a bit to go, right, okay, we've scored, we're on it, we concede, and it's a harsh goal when we actually break it down. But we kept going, and great credit to the players, because they kept going, and the captain epitomises everything about this team, the team and the football club that's required.
You talked about needing to start winning home games. Obviously, you haven't in the end, but is this a small brick to put in that building forward towards winning matches?
Well, listen, Christmas is coming, and Christmas is about belief and hope, and all the different things that come with it. And that second half performance gives us belief. We're missing several players through injuries at the moment, as most teams have. So you've got to deal with it. Lads have got to come in, and they've got to grasp the opportunity when it comes, and they've got to give it everything they've got. And the second half performance gives us belief, and it gives us hope that if we just keep grafting and giving everything and run and want the football, and when you do scam, so before you've got it, you know what you're going to do with it, and play with an intensity. Can you play forward? Can you penetrate? You know, that's what we're looking for. You know, it's simple. We've got to score a goal. We've got to get it in the second 6-yard box. We've got to get it into the penalty. We're getting the ball into the penalty, but get your head up and play forward. Don't want to go backwards. Sometimes you've got to play a little backwards pass to go forwards and change the play and break the teams down. But ultimately, the goal is, before you receive the ball, scan, know what you're going to do with it. When you've got it, get your head up, can you play forward? And you've got to run to go forward. And you can't go hiding. You can't go hiding. When your teammates got on the ball, be available. Find a way to be available. It's easy to just be on the pitch, but not be available. Get on the ball, want the ball, be brave. That's what being brave is all about.
2 changes tonight. Tom Davies missing. How is the captain? What's wrong with him?
Tom's got a knee issue, so we've had to address that one. Hopefully he can be close for the weekend, maybe. But we've got a lot of games to play, and Tom's had a real good season for us this year. So it was a blow him not being available, but obviously Declan, having been out injured since pre-season, this was his opportunity to come in. There could have been a fairy tale, couldn't it, with a header he's had at the very end of it, right in the middle of the goal, and he's just gone past the post. So he's out. So injuries we've got. So obviously Brad Walker's out. Luke Norris has got a knee injury. It's going to be a few months that he's going to be out for. Regan Henry's got a knee injury. That's going to be a few months that he's going to be out for. And the last big blow we've got is Sads Khan, who played the other night half an hour. He came off injured, reckless challenge in the game. The lad's come right behind him. He's ended up twisting and landed very heavily, and he's got a back injury that's going to mean he's going to be out for 2 or 3 months.
Bad news there. Amari Patrick on the bench tonight. Was that kick up the backside? He was very lively when he came on.
He needed to be lively because he wasn't lively in the last game. And again, Josh Hawkes, come on, there's your start. Come on then, give us something. So I want competition for places, and when you're on, you give it everything you've got, everything for the team. So he's come. I wasn't happy with him shooting from about 100 yards out. I was stupid. That was an egotistical, stupid thing to go and do. But again, when he runs and he gets everyone off the seat, so it's, come on, give us something. And I'll just continue to praise him because he's a player that I love seeing play, and he's a player that thrives on confidence. He doesn't like, so you've got to give him the confidence, and you've got to give him the belief, and go on and go and do something. Go and do the things that most of us people don't see. The creative players have got to be allowed to just have that bit of freedom to go and do something, and I love watching him play. So, but yeah, kick up the backside if you want, but he's come on and he made an impact, as did Harvey Saunders. Harvey Saunders, he runs and he gets us up the pitch and he does things, and I know he likes playing there with Connor Jennings.
And as you say, it's only a point tonight. It's going to be a very, very busy December, but really important. You have a good run up to Christmas when you had such a good Christmas last time round as well. Yeah,
the fixtures is January, December and January. We've mapped that out and what we've got to go and do. We know there's going to be a lot of games, which is great because we want to play games. We want to win games of football. We've got points on the board, but it's about everybody. Come on, you've got to pull your socks up and you've got to graft and you've got to work hard. And as I said, the very, very beginning, first half nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough. Second half, far better.
That's the very minimum the fans expect as well, isn't it? And if you're going to get yourself away from the bottom of the table, everybody's got to pull together.
Together, everyone achieves more. But again, from my point of view, where's that intrinsic motivation? You shouldn't need a kick up the backside. It should come from within. You've got to run. You've got to challenge. You've got to compete. You've got to do everything for the team physically. And you've got to be brave enough to say, right, give me the ball. I want the ball. Be brave enough to go and play. If you want to go to a higher level, then that's what you've got to go and do.